Hi, here we are at Riverview Collegiate in the Gymnasium, and I'm talking to people about the upcoming production that Riverview is going to be doing this year, a different kind of play, but Janice Lamb is going to talk about As You Like It. So Janice, welcome back to Shaw.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So tell us a bit about this show that you're going to be doing.
Well, As You Like It is a Shakespearean play, and this is, we've cut out a bit of it and added our own rock band songs to it, so you'll hear songs like Renegades, some Billy Idol, and I think there's even one country song in there.
Yeah, it's a nice day for a white wedding.
That would have been a great idea.
Yeah. Oh, well, sorry, didn't ask. Yeah.
Well, there you have it. No, we've got another one by him.
So what you've got here, of course, at Riverview, you and James Irving are very much involved with the theater.
Yes, and Kelly Grass, too.
And don't forget Kelly Grass, that's right. You guys are doing a play that is traditional. And you guys, the last 3 years you've written your own plays.
Right. We wanted to try introducing the language to our students and just challenge them a little bit more with an interesting piece of work. And this is one of Shakespeare's best comedies. It's hilarious, some of the stuff that goes on.
Oh, that's for sure. And of course, you've got James's and your vision of life, which is somewhat askew at times.
Which this play suits so well. We have a WWE wrestling scene in it at one point, so.
Now, Mackenzie, are you involved in that, or?
Yes, actually.
This is Mackenzie Dueck.
Yes. I'm one of the main parts, actually, for the WWE scene, being Charles, as we kind of rewrote the character from being more of from a fighter to more of a wrestler, and that's going to be playing a big part in his character.
So, and what part are you playing Charles? But you actually have two parts.
Yes. That it would be Jaques, the more kind of depressed, kind of, the clown that kind of sees the world a little bit more depressed and differently than everybody else.
Oh, because comedians oftentimes, really good comedians, are very serious and very contemplative when they're not in front of the person, in front of the audience or the camera.
Yeah, exactly, and it really does come through in Jaques with this whole very melancholy, straight tone acting that he does. It's all of it is very empty and it's just very straightforward in what he says.
Now, how about, who else is in the play with you? I know Katie's in here because Katie always tells me that. So Katie Rolfes, and who else?
There's Justin Bashew playing the other clown of the play. That is, I can't remember. Touchstone, sorry. And we have a few others. Their names escape me right now.
Mrs. Lamb's going to fill them in shortly. What's the basic story about?
Well, this basic story follows about a few lovers, I guess. We have the main two, Orlando and Rosalind.
The fair Rosalind.
Yes, obviously. And it's just a bunch about love, right? You have these two characters, very kind of, they love each other, but they're from two different families, very similar to many of Shakespeare's stories.
And like Romeo and Juliet.
Exactly, yeah. So the love story is very much like that, but there's a different comedy to it. Because now you have there's a different challenge that it puts compared to Romeo and Juliet. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. So who are some of the other people that Mackenzie was battling with?
Well, Mackenzie will be fighting Orlando, who is played by Zachary Gourley, I believe is his last name. Yeah, and he is a new grade 12 student here from Regina, went to Tom Collegiate, I believe.
Okay.
And we have Jessica Kreutzer as Celia, who is Rosalind's cousin, Rosalind being played by Katie Rolfe. Yeah. And the two duchesses, Duchess Frederica, who is warring against her sister, Duchess Sonia. Duchess Frederica is being played by Bridget Hittinger, and Duchess Sonia is being played by Sarah Hobrick.
How many kids are involved in the production?
At this point, for actors, I believe we've got 15 actors, and then for crew, we've got a much larger crew. Well, brings it up to probably about 25 kids in total.
That's a quarter of your school.
It is. It's a lot of arranging schedules to try and make sure we can get everyone here.
Yeah, and with that many people involved, it's going to be a good spectacle, of course.
It will be, yeah. And there's so much fun action scenes. And because it's Shakespeare, we have to make sure that the action really drives the performance, because not everyone understands the language. So the action's going to be very
Yes.
over the top. And because it's a comedy, we can have so much fun with it. So it's going to be very, very entertaining.
Yeah. Now, what's James and Kelly, what are they doing with the production?
Kelly helps out with directing rehearsals from time to time, but he is also in charge of putting the set together and making sure that happens. And he does a spectacular job
he's a wonderful
every year.
artist. Wonderful
Oh
artist.
my goodness, our sets are fantastic. And James puts the rock band together, and also, of course, at the end helps with the direction too. And his rock band always sounds so fantastic. So I'm excited for it. They've got all the songs ready to go already, and they sound great.
Really? Mm-hmm. And then what are the production dates?
It's on December 16th and 17th at 7 p.m. here in the Gymnasium.
Okay. And the big decision, big announcement right now. How much does it cost?
Tickets are $15.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
you weren't sure when we started the program what the tickets were going to be. So,
No.
yeah, first announcement right here.
Yep.
And tickets are available where?
They're available at the office here. You can call 306-693-1331.
1331. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's got that part of the plate. But I want to talk about, are you going to show it to the other kids in the school?
We are. We're actually performing it again on the 18th, the Friday afternoon,
Okay.
to the school. So after the run is done.
And what about the neighborhood schools, like your community school as well as like Empire's next door? Do you bring them over?
I'd love to. I should discuss with them, see if there's
Yeah.
any classes that would like to do that.
That'd be great. So Mackenzie, let's talk a bit about you. I know that's something you're not used to doing, but how many years you've been involved with drama?
Well, here at the school, I've been here for about 3 years, doing mostly one act. Didn't really get too involved with musical, but this year I'm going to go through with it.
Do you get to sing?
No. Thankfully for me. It's not my thing.
Maybe the audience, I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, probably. What else?
Before here, back in my hometown, I did a few things here and there, not too much. I did a few things on TV, but other than that, it wasn't much.
Did you go to the comp in Swift-Current?
I didn't have a chance to, no. I left
Okay.
just before then.
Yeah, okay. So you're in grade 11 this year?
Yes.
Okay. But you've been in one acts, and you've had Mrs. Lamb direct you. Which one act were you in last year?
I was in 2 one acts
were
last
in
year.
both of them?
Yes, there was the. Oh, why can I not remember the name? I'm really bad with names. We had The Lesson last year, as well as why can I remember The Fourth Wall.
Yeah, and good challenges and well performed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite the challenge.
Yeah, well, good. How about the other people in your cast? Like Katie's been in since grade 7.
Yes.
She's a pretty experienced person here. But what about the other people?
I'd say that for the most people who are working in it now, they do have some experience, and the ones who don't are, well, working with people with experience, right? So they're gonna have a chance to like work with people who know what they're doing, and they can learn from that. And even the people who have been here a little bit longer and worked with Miss Lamb and other people, they're going to learn something too from these new people.
Great. It sounds like a pretty exciting opportunity for the kids to be involved with it. I know when I was teaching, we did a couple of Shakespearean plays, and it's like learning another language because you have to speak in that language and that style so people can understand. It's very much an expressive, physicalization.
Yeah, it is. And so that's been the challenge, to make sure that as we're saying the lines, we're either subtly doing some sort of action to explain what the dialogue is, or that the scene is just taking place in such a way that you can't really mistake what's happening.
Yeah, well, those are big challenges, and it makes it a lot of fun. And I think that doing a comedy of Shakespeare, it shows people that even though it's Shakespeare, it can be just downright hilarious.
Oh, it is. It is. And some of the scenes and the one-liners that that are said in this script are hilarious. Hilarious.
And the kids understand these?
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked it through quite a lot, so the kids know what they're saying, and they're able to contribute ideas as to how they can make sure that they're understood by the audience.
Yeah. So you've got all these kids in, and you've got 1X coming up?
Yes.
It sounds like a pretty busy place to be.
It is. It is. We've got lots going on in our programs here. Yep. So we've got all the sports as well, and kids have lots of selection.
Yeah, and now, are you teaching drama class this year?
I'm not.
So that's Kelly who's doing that, I think,
Yeah.
So and you, of course, have had a fair amount of experience directing in your own career and performing
Yeah.
back in your days. Let's just talk about that for a moment or two. What plays, how many plays have you been in that can you remember?
Oh, I
You
have.
started off when you were like 5,
Yeah.
6.
Yeah. Yes, I was an introverted child, and my father did not like that, so he put me into everything I possibly could. I do believe I made my debut in church musicals at the age of 4. I do remember running off the stage in tears. But since then, I've come a long way. I was involved with you as a director all through high school and in your productions, and have been directing plays since I was 20 years old.
Yeah. And
So the
you-
last 17 years.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the Harrison boys who's now teaching at Peacock, and he was
Yes.
remembering his the shows that you had done with him.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've directed all sorts of musicals from Honk and Bye Bye Birdie with Luther College High School, and Beauty and the Beast, and then of course One Acts at Peacock as well, which Mr. Harrison was in.
Yeah.
Inside Al was that one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was such a great show.
Well, not very often you get twin brothers that can work in a play. Eh?
No, that was awesome. So you have to take advantage.
Yeah, yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
So let's talk a bit more, just wrapping it up now. Mackenzie, tell us why people should want to come and see this play.
I think it's a good idea to come see this play just to see what students can do with the script and how they act with it, because it's such a different language, right? It's so different. It can be taken so many ways, and it should be seen just for how we depict it.
For sure. And I'll recap the dates and times where people can get tickets, how much they are, and your thoughts of why they want to come and see this play.
Okay. Well, it is Wednesday and Thursday, December 16th and 17th at 7 p.m. for $15. They can get tickets at our office, 306-693-1331, and they should come see it because the spectacle will be amazing. We always put on such an entertaining show. So if they just want to have a great time and laugh and just see what a great job our students do of this, they should definitely come out.
Okay. Well, thanks both of you guys for taking time out of your noon hour as we're taping this, and I hope you break a leg.
Thank you.
And when we come back, we're going to be talking about another event that takes place around this time of year, and I know you'll want to be interested and involved with that. So don't go away.